This is the AfroLicious Mumma.
Come on a journey with me to the Cure and the Cause SoundBath Live Jam.
Yes, people, it's myself, Kish Powers, and we are live at the Cure and Cause SoundBath Jam, and I am here with AfroLicious Mumma.
Big up, Kish.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Big up, sis. That was dope, man. That was dope.
Thank you.
That ritual. What do you call it? Is it ritual?
Ritual. It can be ritualistic.
Yeah. Like, what have you done there?
You know what? I started in sound with science.
Okay.
If anybody told me I'd be doing all of this, I'd have laughed at them.
Okay.
Because I was the child that would go on my lunch break. I'd go to science club.
Okay. I mean, I'll dig it.
Maths club. So I'm normally naturally very logical. But then I went down a path of grief, and that made me very emotional and very spiritual. Yeah.
You have to balance out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how life is sometimes. You know what I mean? You have to balance out.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are. This was your event. It was dope. I love was it sage?
The sage. No, we was burning frankincense.
Was it not sage?
Sage at first to set the room.
Earlier.
And then on the little charcoal, frankincense resin on there. Yep.
Then you had the Palo Santos.
Palo Santos. So with sage, that dispels the negative.
Yep.
Palo Santos encourages the positive, but they also have natural biochemical processes. So when it's burned, the oils burn in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they release natural oils that are relaxants and a whole heap of other things. Yeah.
The sound bowls. Do you know what frequency they're at, each one of them?
They're all tuned to the same, and they're 432.
432?
432.
Oh, that was dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
I feel relaxed now because it's, whenever you're doing the first of anything, you have the butterflies, the nerves, the anticipation.
Mo to back you up anyway, so
yeah, definitely. My bro named Mo. Yeah.
But here we are here about your music journey as well, sis.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you sure that?
No.
All right, go.
Look at him. Yeah. Okay, we're in power breakfast mode now.
Listen, how did this all begin for you, sis? The sound bowl, AfroLicious Mumma, the Afro beats. Now, how did it all begin for you?
Okay, so how it all...
Because I know you said it, during the sound bowl jam, how you came into who you be today.
Yeah.
But give it to them on the camera, because the camera didn't hear.
Okay, so I don't know how far I want to go back, but in 2017, I found 2 lumps. And so I went on the big C journey, still struggled to say that word. And a lot of people say, why don't I speak about it more? But I believe in like prophesizing, manifesting. What you speak will come into your life. So I speak on it, but not often. And with you, because I trust you, we'll speak on it. So found the 2 lumps, was working corporate for a well-known luxury retailer in Knightsbridge. And I realized if I die tomorrow, there is no job vacancy for mum, daughter, sister, auntie, or anything like that. But they'll put out a job vacancy within a week of me not being able to fulfill my role or passing. And so that made me really realize I was existing and I hadn't been living. I had everything that everybody believes you should. Where I'm from, I had everything: company car, buyer's discount, all of these different things that were included in my role, but my soul wasn't satisfied. Because in essence, I've always been community, always worked in community, always give back, been a youth worker for many years, since a teenager. And I just realized I was throwing away thousands of pounds of food and things like that, but then walking past homeless people and then having the cheek to volunteer for a food bank. And it was just like, I'm throwing away food, but then I'm sourcing food to give away to people who don't have food.
Super critical.
Yeah, so it was like my soul was in constant crisis working in this role. And so then when that happened, I was just like, do you know what? I just need to leave. So I handed in my notice. My doctor signed me off sick for the period of my notice because my doctor just wanted me out of the place because he'd never really seen me as a patient like that until I started working there full-time contractually. So he was just like, this is not good for you. And I'm signing you off for the length of your notice. And I hadn't even said to him, I'm giving my notice. He basically told me, give your notice in.
So he had your back then?
Yeah, definitely. Amazing doctor. The same doctor who at that time told me, because he was back covering maternity leave, and he said to me, I don't see a medical doctor, I see a naturopath. and he said, I'm a medical doctor. I'm trained to prescribe medicine for your symptoms.
Mm.
Whereas a naturopath will look at the root cause and how to kind of cure what's going on with you. So it's very different methods of operating.
The
So
cure
when he
and the cause. Powers.
Come on. Right. So then with all of that being said, I just could hear my granddad in the back of my head. And before I knew about Dr. Sabi or anything like that, there was my granddad. And before I knew about vegan, it was Ayator. My granddad was what you'd call a pescatarian. So he would only eat fish and a lot of veg and everything. And my grandma was a kind of woman, what, mad cow's disease, no beef. Chicken, bird flu, no chicken. So she was like, yeah, we don't. Yeah, so very much like that. And my grandparents would have garlic and onion on their side. From when I was little, that was normal to have that in the room. And I had an understanding that it absorbs the bacteria and virus in the air. And that we use food for comfort now and for pleasure and not for its original designed meaning, which the source, which is to heal and to nourish and to nurture, because cars are designed based on our bodies.
It's gluttony.
The deadly sins, all of that. So cars are designed based on our body. And I just was thinking, you would service your car, you'd give your car an MOT, you wouldn't put the wrong fuel in your car, but you're doing this to your body. And so then I started to fast, cleanse. And then when I went back to my consultant, it was grade 1 and I just needed the lumps removed. They did offer other therapies, but I thought if I've got this far naturally, why am I going to go down the road of chemicals that will destroy all the cells that I've made healthy, which in essence, a lot of people pass from chemo and stuff like that, as opposed to the actual disease, because all the cells and their immune system is gone.
Weak, yeah.
So it really sent me down the path. But before I left my job, I was very aware that I could receive training. And so I did all of the training courses available on nutrition and stuff like that. So then when I left, I was like, okay, nutrition, that's what I'm going to do. So I started a nutrition supplements range. And then I started leaning into all of these different things that healed me. And raving was one of them, healing on the dance floor. And I went to Ibiza and Croatia, took my daughter who was 20, about to turn 21. And the reason I took her is because I thought, I'm not going to hear all these stories. I'm not going to see the memories. So I'm going to do those with her. And so everything. So I took her with me. We had an amazing time, traveled with a big group of friends, my cousins, and just had an amazing time for 12 days between Ibiza. And then we went to Croatia to a festival called Defected. And that was the place of all the places I could have gone where I fell in love with the most natural form. The place was so hot. Weave life was done. And I was just like, and in those moments, I realized I've never loved my hair the way it just naturally grows. I've always done something, always a braid or a this or a that. And I was just like, if I go, I've not enjoyed my natural hair the way it just grows out of my head. So it sent me down that path. And it was that energy that kind of, I've always been called mama, work, raving. If there's somebody a bit mash up or something, I'll look after them, pint of water, pint of coke, sit, come back, all of that kind of energy. So I've always had the mama nickname. And then when I went to my grandma's funeral, which was another catalyst, I looked up at my great grandma's headstone and it's mama spelled the exact same way my artist name's spelled. And I was just like, right. That like from beyond, she's telling me you're on the path. But then the crazy part about the AfroLicious is I was in a disco party and one of the people that is a representative of that party turned around and said to me, just looked at me with my big curly afro with glitter in it, glitter jumpsuit, and just went, Mama, you're so AfroLicious. And I said, what? I am changing the Instagram right now. Because before that, it was Simmergram, which was like, and Simmers Pop, which was like my Harrods Foods account before there was a Harrods Foods account. And I'd put my recipes and the things I'm using at work for my customers on there. So when I heard that, I said, nah, we're changing this now. And then fast forward after that, so it was the guided meditation and I was doing all of those kind of things because those were a part of my healing journey. So everything that I found as a tool for myself, I started to investigate, study, research, get the qualification. And it just seemed that was my way of like getting out of the depression that you feel when you go through these kind of illnesses, and just a way of me not thinking about what's going on and kind of just keeping it moving. And then I was asked to do a radio show. I went to a friend's radio show at Aja when they first opened, and the friend turned around and said on the microphone, Simone, the music connoisseurs here. If you've ever been to this party or you listen to this music, then she's been somewhere behind the scenes. And then for a period of about 4 to 5 months, here and there, Sam and Orion would from Aja, shout out. They would say, when are you going to do a podcast? Come and do a podcast. And eventually I said, okay, 2020, road to 40, because that was the big thing. I did a road to 40 bucket list. If I make it to 40, I'll do all of these things. So I said, okay, we're putting this on the bucket list. Started January 2020 at Aja Music, and my guided meditation mantras started to turn into hooks, and the journaling started to turn into songs. And it was just like a natural progression. Just every step on the path has been attraction, and I've attracted it, and it's just been in such a place of flow. And when it hasn't been that, it's gone wrong. So I'm getting to the point where I'm understanding if it doesn't flow, it's not for me.
That's how it is. That's literally how you have to look at life, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we're here today at this event.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see this event going in the future? Where do you want to take it?
Oh, well, shout out to Defected, because from when I went to Croatia, I said a toast in the harbour to recovering from the rave, to rave recuperation. And boy, when I said that, it was like a light bulb moment and everything hit me, because at that festival, in the mornings, there was yoga and meditation, and there was dancing on the dance floor. And then when we ended the holiday, we went and there was opportunities for massage, and there was a stand that did detox juices. And where we'd been partying for so long, that was all we wanted. And beautiful fish restaurant. And I said, this is the energy of healing. This is my energy of healing. That connection on the dance floor between DJ, deck, and dancer. That's a meditation for me. And I just realized this is everything I wanted to do. And then I could just hear that phrase, and it stayed with me ever since. Healing immersed in sound. So whatever I've done, it's healing immersed in sound when it's radio, healing immersed in sound when I'm on the singing bowls, healing immersed in sound when I'm guest speaking, public speak. Everything is it can fit under that umbrella.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. What's next? What's next for you?
What's next? Well,
you know you're DJ.
Boy, yeah, me and I the mix now, kids.
See,
okay.
So I've got 2 questions for you actually. What's next? And if you could bring any artist to come to your SoundBath Jam, who would that be? Oh, not even artist, musician.
Musician.
Yeah, they can come bring in the instruments.
Dead or alive?
Yeah, we can flex. Dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Right, do you know what? Prince.
Do you
know Prince? So many. Do you know what? Scratch that. I went to Busta Rhymes on Friday. I went to Busta Rhymes on Friday, and if you don't know, I love my Amapiano. Shout out to the South African at Defected Croatia 2018 who introduced me to Amapiano. That's where I got the taste and the vibe. But yeah, Busta Rhymes, I reckon. You know why?
Why?
He closed out South Facing with 2 Amapiano tracks. Not everybody was happy, but if you saw me at the front in my feelings with that big flag, he has got an Amapiano track coming. If anybody knows how to get it to me, please. And it's called Breathe. Like Amapiano and breathing. Breath work, meditate. No, I was finished. So Busta Rhymes, I'd like to bathe him in sound and see if I could, make him simmer. Cool. No, the opposite I want him to chill out.
Okay, I see. You know Busta Rhymes is high rated. But anyway, so what's the future? What's the plans?
Okay, so right now, I've just launched my record label, a musical Ascension Records. We've released our first track with a producer that we signed from South Africa called Mr. Mercedes.
Yep.
Musician, producer, just a connoisseur of sound. And he's Jazz Award nominated, certified by Black Motion. So I don't know how this little girl from Penge is doing this, but dare to dream, people. Just dare to dream and ask. The worst thing is no. Yeah, so we've done all of that. We released our first track on 808, my honorary birthday. And that was Oh Africa Rightful Place. And it is an empowerment record for children, the children of the townships, the ghettos, the shanty towns, the council estates, to embrace that feeling within them and shine, and just to uplift them and empower them. And it's dedicated to an orphanage that I've been working with since more or less I started radio. Shout out to Ivan in Uganda. This guy has got a mobile phone and some data, and he's reaching out globally to people to support his orphanage. And he's gone from a shack to now having a big house, more or less a mansion, better than my yard, Ivan. And he's growing food out there and they're self-sufficient. And my input has been very minimal, like interacting with the children, trying to deliver sound therapy. So we're looking for ways to get sponsorship so we can have better connection, so I can teach them virtually because I'm a teacher as well. So I teach and facilitate. But yeah, so that Africa was dedicated to them and the students that I've taught over the years and the youth that I've served, just to make them feel empowered and let them know that their circumstance does have no bearing on their capabilities. What you're capable of is separate to your circumstance. So for me, it was really important. I've got a lot of tracks sitting, and I was told a lot of people have opinions, and I've been told it's career suicide, and this is definitely very different, but I'm genre fluid. So the track is African electronic rock.
Okay.
So very powerful track, absolutely love it. And I've already got a multitude of selectors working on the remixes. When it was released on Friday 808, in the evening I was asked about a remix. By the time I woke up on the morning of the 9th, I had the remix in my inbox. And it is tough.
Sick.
It is tough.
I'm going to vouch for you on here because when you was on my platform, you definitely bigged up Mr. Mercedes. So to hear Mr. Mercedes signed to you,
Come on.
it's a rating still. So
that's family.
Yeah, so he's definitely going to get well looked after. And also, you're definitely a person of the people, 100%. You're always doing community works, like you said. And even how you just articulate yourself just now about what you're doing, it's like, you're never going to stop. So that's just who you are as a person. So I want to give you
we're on a mission, Powers. Come on.
a little round of applause for that one there, because you don't change. You stay who you are. You feel me? So let me leave it with this one. What message would you like to leave with the listeners today?
Boy, you know what? I listened to this song so much. Shout out to Josh Milan. Soulful house track. I think he's from Chicago or Detroit. He's the originator of the sound. And he's got a song called Be Yourself, There Is Only One. Like, everybody is special. Everybody's important. You just got to tap into you. Sometimes we look left and right and forget that looking within is the most important. So yeah, be yourself. You're only one, and you're important, and you're special.
That's the words from AfroLicious Mumma herself. Big her up, man. We are here at the Cure and the Cause SoundBath Jam. And we're out.
Before we go out, though, can I just ask you to join me for the Cure and the Cause monthly radio podcast? And it is the first Sunday of every month, 12 till 2. Thank you.
I were out.
I were out. Oh, big up, kids.